Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I am the Crypto Crow, and I've been recovering. I've been just focusing on my eye. You can see it's a little better. It's getting a little better slowly over time. It's about at a snail's pace, but it is getting better. Unfortunately for you folks, I have to be the bearer of some bad news. The I believe is probably going to be bad news. I am going to discuss how we may very well be looking at least a 30% decline in the very near term. Not all is lost. It will come back, but we're probably going to get a dip. And I honestly think that this dip is going to be for a multitude of reasons, but primarily you can look at it right on the charts and see how it's playing out. And I'm going to show you a lot of that. We're going to cover some brief Cardano news. And we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it because there's definitely some things to be said, so I don't want to waste any time. So first on the agenda is Binance Square is actually featured yours truly in an article. That $32 ADA video has been getting a lot of press attention. It has been getting just popping up everywhere. And they're featuring the tweet. That tweet alone has had, it's the video that I did just on Twitter. It's had over 44,000 views. And here on YouTube, I think it's up to it might be up to 25 or 27,000 views. I don't know. And granted, the whole video was very, very speculative. It was very much like in the best conditions in the next bull run, this is how Cardano could reach $32. And, a lot of the headlines are basically saying, this guy says Cardano is going to hit $32 in the next bull market. Of course, that's for clickbait, but it is possible. Anything is possible. But I wanted to touch on that. So thank you, Binance Square, for supporting yours truly. Coinbase, Ripple, and big names of the cryptocurrency industry took action for the U.S. elections. This is big, folks. Coinbase announced that the cryptocurrency industry is donating $78 million to support political leaders who support innovation. This is fresh off the press, and I find this an absolutely huge deal. Coinbase, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the USA, has published a new report as it continues to work for the U.S. presidential elections, which will take place in November of 2024. Please give me a good 2024 birthday present. Accordingly, Coinbase announced that the cryptocurrency industry donated $78 million to support political leaders who support innovation. Noting that only 9% of U.S. citizens are satisfied with the current system, Coinbase said that the crypto industry has raised over $78 million to support the 52 million Americans who own a digital asset. Amen. And these 9% probably have no idea what Bitcoin or crypto even is. The future of cryptocurrencies in the U.S. depends on the election of candidates and the enactment of policies that support responsible, fair rules for crypto. Absolutely. The current approach withholds regulatory clarity and drives jobs, economic activity, and innovation overseas to the detriment of ordinary Americans. Absolutely, hands down. Coinbase said donors include Andreessen Horowitz, Brian Armstrong, Circle, Coinbase, Cumberland, Kraken, Messari, Paradigm, Ripple, and Gemini founders Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss. Man, I tell you what, these guys deserve a salute of thank you from the community. Ripple and Gemini founders, the Winklevoss twins, Kraken, Messari even. You know what? All the bad things I've said about Messari in the past, you know what I got to say? Thank you, Messari. I appreciate it. I am actually still a subscriber. No matter what I say, I still use your website. Cumberland, Coinbase, all these guys. Brian Armstrong. Listen, folks, we have to support those that are supporting us. Let's just be real. Coinbase added that leading the names of the cryptocurrency industry who donated will fully support the crypto industry, which is facing pressure from regulators in the U.S. And it's about time that a lot of these more well-established, profitable cryptocurrency companies start pulling together, teaming together, and putting their money to use. Cardano's TVL has absolutely skyrocketed up to 476.5 million with a recent high of over $500 million. So Cardano is definitely booming. It is getting more attention. Everybody's talking about Cardano again. It's funny how I'm generally one of the few people talking about Cardano when things are down and other things are pumping and everybody's got something bad to say. But then as soon as Cardano does what I say it always does, it does its own thing. It dances to the beat of its own drum, just like my wife. And God love her and God love Cardano. But this is exactly what happens. It starts to pump all on its own for no apparent reason. And then everybody suddenly becomes bullish on Cardano, wants to talk about it for their headlines and to beef up their YouTube algorithms. To each their own. I'll take it. Okay, I'll take it. I'm not hating. I'm just saying, where's all the support when nobody's talking about it? It's like everybody's either talking about it and riding the wave, or they're supporting other things, and that's just kind of the nature of many in crypto, quite frankly. This is not so good news. Floor protocol has been exploited. Bored apes and pudgy penguins gone. The Floor protocol has been exploited, resulting in a variety of bored apes and pudgy penguins being stolen and stored in a wallet, now flagged in connection to a phishing scam. The NFT protocol advertises the ability to turn tokens into tradable derivatives meant to represent fractional parts of NFTs. According to the founder of NFT marketplace Delegate, known online as Fubar, which is kind of funny given what's happening, a bad contract upgrade several days ago introduced the vulnerability. And then there's some details on the wallet. That's such a shame. But you can check it out if you want more details. But it's one of the reasons why, being the first to adopt brand new tech in the space is always super sketch and just not something I generally feel comfortable doing. Also want to make sure that everybody knows that my sponsor, my trade partner, FairDesk, I couldn't do it without them, but they've been supporting me every week. And many of you are starting to trade on FairDesk and getting a little bit more involved in the Telegram group. Chef Crypto has been rocking it. The guy's been helping me out for ages, and he just does such a great job. Anything I ask, he's always willing to help. I try to take care of him as I can, and he never asks for anything, but he does such a great job. I want there to be more that I can do. I'm working on something. But he's been trading and just showing his trades off in the Telegram group, and he's been doing a phenomenal job. And I know that many others have been starting to come on board as well. There's a link in the description below. Check it out. I like my FairDesk. I'm not going to lie. I really do I've used a lot of other exchanges, but I've really been growing more accustomed to FairDesk. And I'm pretty sure when you join my link, you get boosted in VIP status so that your trading fees go down. And then there are other bonuses associated with it as well. So make sure you check it out if you like it, or if you're a trader. I definitely would love to grow this group out. rsstaking.com, part of a paid, they did a paid segment where they paid for 3 little 2-minute segments. So I'm going to go over their news and some of the recent updates of late. New big updates for RS staking, better servers and security, which is always nice when you're talking about anything that's talking about yield or smart contracts. A new status system with an increase of up to 80 or up to 50% APR. More new tokens added to the stake. Increase in liquidity pool by $50 million. That's pretty significant for sure. More than 20,000 new addresses. New affiliate program for institutional investors, funds, and partners, and a new system of bonuses and special offers. So if you're into DeFi yield and staking and liquidity pools and all of that fun stuff, you like to yield farm and you have a blast with it, maybe you want to check out rsstaking.com. They are a paid supporter. Details, disclosures in the description below. I've looked at it. I've been bouncing around it here and there. This isn't necessarily my bag. I'm always weird because the economics of DeFi staking and yield farming and things, for whatever reason, escapes me. It always has. It's not something I ever dove into, but I know that there are people in my community that are wizards at this type of stuff. I do believe that it's kind of a science all on its own, and I'm more worried about learning how to be a significantly good trader than I am yield farming. But that's just me personally. For those of you that are out there that love the yield farms and all these liquidity pools, and you like to bounce from pool to pool and just kind of farm up everything you can. It seems like a pretty good platform. Let me know in the comments what your experience has been with it. I very much appreciate it. But I mean, it seems like they've got they have options and opportunity for pretty much every major coin out there. Stake with RS staking and get 25% APR. No KYC, no limits. Close your staking at any time. Rewards every 3 hours. Secure. So check it out if you're into that sort of thing. And yeah, I appreciate RS staking for the support of my channel. Now let's dive into what we're really curious about. This is Bitcoin's chart from back in 2016. Heading into the halving, leading into the 2017-2018 bull market. And you'll notice here that we started an incline, okay? So starting about 74 days from the halving, Bitcoin's price ranged for quite a while. It started to pick up and then started to move up. Okay, actually, I think this was the halving. I think May 16th was the halving. I'm not sure what my red line is here. Maybe that's where it started a descent post-halving. So that's not right. So let's move this, because I'm positive that May was the halving, not July. So, but what's funny is that we're seeing this. We're seeing this 2017 or 2016 post-halving price action happened just now. This just happened. So, and then when that happened, we got a 30% drop in the price. And if we look at the way the markets change and transition, this happened right about here as it relates to the current halving cycle. But we're going to dive into that. We're going to take a look at that. But we pumped about 80% and then dropped 30% before we ranged out and continued to move into the continued to move into the bull market. Now, I am seeing this very, very similar to what's happening right now. And I've said this many months ago, that I believe that this market is lining up very, very close to what happened in 2016, 2017. And I don't think we're going to get a double peak this time. I haven't compared this to the NASDAQ or other charts yet, but I probably will in a future video. And we're going to look and see if there are any similarities. And I've been looking at other things as it relates to Bitcoin's price as well, such as how the weekly charts, if I break down a daily candle into weekly time frames starting from Monday to Friday, and you've got your Saturday, Sunday on either side, and how that plays into Wyckoff accumulation and distribution patterns. I've been looking at them and trying to compare them with those patterns for a little while, and they always get cut off. They always get corrupted by generally the second day. So that's not something that I'm seeing. Now, we're going to look at this. This is the 2020. So this is prior to the May of 2020 halving. And what you'll see here is about 86 days from the halving, we were all the way up here. About 86 days out, we started a descent. And that descent basically brought Bitcoin's price all the way down here. So it started up here. Technically, yeah, it's up here. It was about 10,500 thereabouts, dropped all the way down to $4,000. Okay, a very significant price drop. I don't think we're going to see exactly that this time around. But if you put that together, that was a 63% drop in price right before the halving, folks. Okay. And some people are going to say, well, I expect this to happen, big drop. Well, I think that the institutional interest in Bitcoin and these Bitcoin ETFs that we're, looking at potentially being passed all at the same time in January, I think that is playing a role in some of what's happening right now. But you'll see that we went from this high of 10,500, dropped all the way down, and that all happened in a pretty short time frame. Okay, 27 days. So within 1 month, it dropped over 68%. So basically the polar opposite of what happened in the 2016-2017 market. It pumped significantly and then only dropped 30%. And if we're looking at what's happening now, Well, this is where we're at now, and you'll have to excuse my weekly chart candles here. But that 2020 pump or drop happened and started right about here at 86 days from the halving. We didn't see that. But what we are seeing is we're seeing this price action here. This is all already taken place. This was a 76% pump from the low of this period. And that was in September of 2023. This price action happened just after the 2017 halving, or the 2016 into 2017 halving. This is almost identical to what happened there. And what's been happening since? We've been starting a decline all the way down. And if we do get a 30% decline like we had in the 2016 or 2017 market, that would take us, lo and behold, it's funny how it would take us right down to this moving average, roughly where it is right now. But this moving average is likely going to pump up a little bit more. So we could wick below it. But if we got a roughly 30% drop, that would bring Bitcoin's price down to around $31,000 before we started to pick up and take off into the next bull run. And the date for this, it's funny because the date for this, well, there is no specific date, but let's say we started that all the way back here. That would be January of 2024. And so I've said this several times, and I said, if in January, depending on the date of this, we could get the price action to move down a little bit and start to range, waiting until the January news from the SEC, and they say, hey, we approve all these ETFs. Then all these ETFs go in. But why would an ETF benefit from the price jumping up 77% just mere months before an expected halving, unless this was them pumping the price up to then dump it into the retail liquidity established by the bullish news of an ETF. So they profit from buying in at these lows, averaging up, dumping it at the news, because that you buy the rumor, sell the news. They drop the price down all the way to $30,000 or thereabouts, and then re-enter the market, preparing for the next bull run. And that, folks, is what I believe is likely going to be playing out. I'm not selling anything, but I am going to be prepared to make another entry if we do, in fact, come in at these local lows of around 30,000. And then from there, if this were to all play out just in the month of January, then that would take us 86 days out. We could very well range and then get a 2017 like pump again. As we move into the halving. So that's what I think is likely to be playing out. I'm not 100%. I'm not always right sometimes, but that ultimately is what I can see playing out in the very near future. Also, I have a big meet and greet coming. It's like it's going to be in Tampa, Florida. It's going to be January 24th. We're finalizing the details now. I think it's going to be at a place called American Social, if I'm not mistaken. Big Pay, who I just had on the channel this morning and did a live interview with him. He expressed to me privately that he'd be more than happy. He wants to sponsor the event. So that was really cool of him. And so there are going to be more details coming about that soon. Another quick detail, Eternalized AI has launched, and we've just added 2 new models. One is Cardano. Every published paper about Cardano from any 3 of the groups, from the white paper to the peer-reviewed studies, all the information about Cardano, including, I'm pretty sure, the Cardano source code, if I'm not mistaken, is all put into this conversational chat model. And we also have another one called the Crypto Trader. The Crypto Trader is basically made up of what I believe are a lot of the top cryptocurrency traders out there. And it's basically just all of their lessons, everything that they've used to teach various, market maker methods, different strategies, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully that'll help people interested in learning how to trade. And we're going to start adding more educational models to the platform. So check those out, if you will. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. And there's some other big news coming, but I'm going to share that for a future video because it's not quite ready yet. But until next time, guys, crow your coins. Thanks for joining me. Let me know in the comments below. Are we going to see a 30% drop? Are we already on our way down to see that 30% drop? You think some magic's going to happen and we're going to keep steady above 45,000? I don't know. We'll see. Until next time, guys, crow your coins. I'll see you soon.